Thank you, Danny. Group E has been incredibly unpredictable so far, and the Belgian reputation was a victim of that. Losing to Slovakia will have hurt, and they simply have to get it right tonight against a Romanian team whose golden shirts still have that warm glow from the win over Ukraine. This is a massive night in Cologne, and the action will get underway on TalkSport following the national anthems. A great ovation from the Belgian supporters for their national anthem. And a real splash of colour on the west bank of the Rhine in Cologne this evening. The red of Belgium and the yellow of Romania as the two coaches, Eduard Ordinescu and Domenico Tedesco, exchange a word and a handshake before kick-off. And we have the World Cup final referee from Qatar, Szymon Marciniak of Poland, in charge this evening. A reminder of the two teams again. 4 changes for Belgium. Casteels in goal, Castagna, Face and Vertonghen the back 4. Doku, Tielemans, Onana and Tiat across midfield, with De Bruyne and Luka Bacchio supporting Lukaku in attack. Tabast, Trossard, Carrasco and Mongala, the players left out. Romania have Nitsa in goal. Their back 4 is Ratsu, Dragosan, Versa and Bansu. Ranislav Madin is holding in midfield, and Razvan Madin and Christian Stancu are ahead of him, with Man and Mahalia behind Dragus in attack. And Scott Minto, we spent a good deal of the previous hour talking about Belgium for obvious reasons, but this is huge as well for Romania. If they get a draw, they're through.
Absolutely, and they wasn't expecting that after the first game. So again, sometimes you don't want to be playing for a draw, you want to try and find a way to win, and that's why it's going to be interesting, the mentality of the Romanians. Talked about how the lack of possession that they had in the first game, and they were quite comfortable with that because what they did with the ball was very, very good. I would imagine they'll be doing something similar as well. We know going forward, Belgium, got some top class players, and whatever you say about Lukaku, he will make a nuisance of himself, and Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku, which is a real surprise actually for me. I still think with this team that he could play a 4-3-3, and Doku being further up on the right, De Bruyne tucked in, and Tiat just dropping into left back. But it's interesting. I'm really fascinated to see how this 3-4-3 is going to work for Belgium. But in terms of Romania, I genuinely think if they attack at the right time, that this Belgian defence can be got at.
Belgium failed to deliver in the opening game. That shock loss against Slovakia. They have very little margin for error this evening in Group E at UEFA Euro 2024. A win for Belgium, and all 3 sides will have the same number of points heading into the final night. It promises to be another fascinating 90 minutes here on the TalkSport network. And on a sunlit evening in Cologne, it is Belgium who will get the game underway, playing from left to right in the first half. De Bruyne plays it wide to this near side, and Fass, one of 3 central defenders. It's quickly wide towards this near side, and Luka Bacchio, he though is challenged by 3 Romanians, really showing their intent right from the start of this game. And it will be a free kick in the end for Belgium, taken by Castagna. And we were promised a back 3, but it may well be a back 4, with Castagna playing as the right back on this near side. A clearance from Ratsu on the far side, but it breaks kindly for Belgium. And here is De Bruyne charging forward, almost slid through towards Lukaku on the edge of the penalty area, but cut out well by Dragosan. And now on the far side, Ratsu, with a blue rinse in his hair this evening. He's not that old though. Plays the ball in field to Stancu, and Romania will be able to clear on this near side. Mahalia was waiting for it, but it breaks kindly for Lukaku. Lukaku now bearing down on goal, wide towards Doku on the far side. He's got support on the outside from De Bruyne on the left. Doku plays it in towards Lukaku, back to goal, laid back to Tielemans, and Yuri Tielemans with a brilliant goal for Belgium after 75 seconds. One of the players brought into the side shows his ability, shows his quality. And after a false start against Slovakia, Belgium have roared back right from the start against Romania. inside 2 minutes. It is Belgium 1, Romania 0.
Great start from the Belgians. They've had possession for most of the time, but actually won the ball back, putting Romania under pressure. Lukaku on the edge of the box, he lays it off and he stays between the sticks. Jeremy Doku just taking lots of touches, playing back into Lukaku, who doesn't try to turn his defender at all. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Hold the ball up. Can I give the ball to someone who's going to come on? He's looked up. Tielemans is doing it, and he's done that before, isn't he, Yuri Tielemans? It's a really good strike in between a couple of Romanian defenders, giving Nita no chance whatsoever. What a start from Belgium.
Not quite as quick as the Albanian goal last week on Saturday night against Italy, but 75 seconds I timed that, and the Aston Villa midfielder gives Belgium the lead. Romania looking to respond quickly, but a shot fired in from Razvan Marin from the right-hand side of the penalty area, optimistic, and it's gone behind the near post. And that goal from Belgium means that every single team has now scored in this championship, as Vertonghen has lost out deep inside the penalty area. Romania with the opportunity to attack now down the right-hand side. It's cut back low looking for Dragus, and in the end it's deflected behind via Onana, and the Belgian team having a real inquest there inside their penalty area. But Vertonghen, the veteran, brought back into the side, was the player caught out.
Yeah, that's right, and actually Dragus should have laid the ball back earlier, and you can see Razvan Marin not happy at all. It took about 2, 3, 4 touches, and by then he was not free. He put the ball in. There's too many Belgian defenders already back.
Dennis Mann will take the corner, and Artur Tiat is holding his face, maybe got a finger in the eye as he's looking to defend here. In fact, it was from Jan Vertonghen, his teammate, who was just looking to direct the traffic. The corner's played short. Man now, wide on the far side, the right. Plays it square towards Bansu, who was robbed for the goal. The cross high towards the far post, now flicked in, a brilliant save by Castells. And it was Borca, the central defender, with the header, and it was kept out superbly by Castells.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if it carries on like this will be one of the games of the tournament. Already got a goal. Romania responding in the best way possible. Could easily have scored there. It's a decent tip over from the keeper, who really should be saving it, but it's been a great response from Romania.
4 minutes played, 1-0 to Belgium. The cross from the short corner, headed away by Lukaku, who did provide the assist for the goal, laying it back towards Tielemans. Now Bansu on this near side, but it's a poor ball forward. Marius Marin unable to gather that, and it will be a throw-in though for Romania on this near side. Lovely turn on the byline from Dragus, but he then just runs out of room under pressure from Tielemans, and it will be a goal kick to Belgium. Less than 5 minutes played on TalkSport, but they already lead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, well, a couple of things just on the goal. I'm not sure if it was Yuri. I need to look at it again whether it was Yuri Tielemans who actually won the ball in the first place, put the Romanian midfield under pressure, which then played it into Lukaku, to Doku, back to Lukaku, and then he followed his run. He's actually falling to his left as he strikes it, but he makes sure he gets a proper strike on it. It's one of those that once it goes through the 2 or 3 defenders, the keeper's got no chance. He's seen it too late because of the pace and the power of the strike. And also, we saw Romelu Lukaku just tracking back and making a tackle, and the pitch really cutting up. One, that doesn't bode well for these two teams, and two, it doesn't bode well for England on Tuesday.
England play their final group game in this stadium as Lukaku looks to twist and turn into the penalty area. It breaks back out towards Castagna, who tried to find Lukaku on the overlap, but he'd stayed where he was. And Romania will clear on this near side, their left, and it's a clever break forward on this near side by Mahailia, the player brought back into the team today, but he's challenged by Onana, and it's gathered by Jan Vertonghen again, winning his 155th cap for Belgium, made his debut in 2007. Of course, now back in Belgium with Anderlecht. 37 years of age, but as we saw from a number of the Slovakian players who beat Belgium on Monday, age can be a number if you're in good form. As De Bruyne makes a break into the penalty area, made the run in behind Ondrej Ratsu and got the ball first, but then ran into Nizza, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, just think about Pep for Portugal as well at his age, and he's doing really well. I did think it's strange when we looked at the team sheets and it came up as a 3-4-3 and Kevin De Bruyne would be sort of playing out wide on the right. I mean, it's obviously never going to do that. It'd be that sort of Phil Foden come inside. But you just want Kevin De Bruyne in the middle of the pitch all of the time. He's not someone who could really, takes on the fullback. Yes, he can go out sometimes and he can whip a great ball in. But generally speaking, you want your best players in the middle of the park, and he is their best player.
And that goal from Tielemans, the first in 49 attempts on goal for Belgium to go in at a major tournament since they scored in the opening match of the World Cup against Canada when Michy Batshuayi found the back of the net. They were lucky to win that game and didn't win another game. Now Onana comes forward on this near side. If it stays like this, all of the teams in this group will have 3 points heading into the final set of games, which would be a fascinating situation with Belgium playing Ukraine in Stuttgart and Slovakia meeting Romania in Frankfurt. And I hope the pitch has been patched up there as well, as the challenge comes in from Luka Bacchio on this near side from Marius Marin. The Belgian supporters behind that goal wanted a free kick, but nothing given. But De Bruyne is quick to close down. He looks like a man on a mission so far in the game with 8 minutes played, and it's all the way back towards Nizza, who hammers it out of play with a Romanian player on this near side, and Luka Bacchio also struggling off the pitch.
Yeah, I actually thought that was a foul. Didn't get anywhere near the ball. He's come through him. But I've got to be honest with you, I like the fact that the referees in this tournament are erring on the side of, well, let's go physical. Let's be happy with the physicality. But I think that was overstepped there, and Luka Bacchio not quite happy. And he went down, and he's got up now, and very, very gingerly.
Goal has been timed at 73 seconds, which is the third quickest in Euros history, and of course the quickest from Nedim Barami for Albania against Italy last week at 23 seconds. And it's yet another early goal in this tournament, and it's rare that a game goes by without one. But Eduard Ordinescu, whose father Angel was a legendary figure in Romanian football, as a coach of the national side when they reached multiple tournaments, has an early problem to solve here. As Belgium try and come forward again with Castagna, who is playing as the right back, with Fass and Vertonghen inside, and Tiat playing as we thought he would, as a fullback on the left-hand side.
That makes more sense. Again, we talked about England, haven't we, with square pegs, square holes. Just felt that it didn't quite look right, the 3-4-3. This certainly suits better, and Kevin De Bruyne playing just in behind Lukaku and Luka Bacchio as well. He looks very comfortable, and as you say, really up for this one.
Eduard Ordinescu's father Angel took Romania to the quarter-finals of the World Cup in the USA back in 1994, which was the last time these two sides met in the qualification for that. Both teams won their home games and both qualified, although Romania had to win against Wales in Cardiff to eventually win the group in their final game and deny Wales a place at the World Cup. What turned out to be an infamous night for Welsh football for all sorts of reasons, as Fass comes forward now for Belgium on this near side. Infield to Everton's Onana. Of course, the Belgian team is more than sprinkled with English-based players, as another one, Doku, finds his Manchester City teammate De Bruyne on the edge of the penalty area, but Romania win it back. Ratsu with the blue hair on the far side, but it's a poor ball forward which rather sells Dragu short, and the goal scorer Tielemans plays it wide to the far side, and Doku again, whose early error gifted the victory to Slovakia in the opening game, but he comes in field here, back towards Tielemans, who lets fly again. It takes a deflection. The clearance from a Romanian player, Mihalia, on this near side goes straight up in the air before it's eventually headed away by Dragusan. But Belgium are looking good with 11 minutes played on TalkSport, leading Romania by 1-0.
Absolutely, and you talked about Kevin De Bruyne. I'll tell you what, Jeremy Doku's looking very, very sharp on that left-hand side, and I can say from a fullback's point of view, if you've got a winger up against you and you know that he can go both the outside and inside, it makes it really, really difficult. Very right-footed, of course, but he is happy to go both ways.
Now Tielemans slipped into the area looking for Lukaku, who looks at Tielemans and tells him exactly where he wanted the ball, which wasn't there because Romania cleared the ball away. But Belgium have a throw-in. But if you've just joined us on TalkSport, Romania close to an equaliser straight after the goal. Andre Borka's header was tipped over by Cohen Casteels. Now Tiat, a high ball towards this near side, looking for Luca Bacchio, headed away by Mahalia, but now Castagna has wriggled away from the challenger Bansu. High cross to the far post, and the goalkeeper Nitsa had lost it. Nodded away though by Dragusan of Tottenham. But here is Doku again, back towards Tiat. Onana, square to Tielemans, 30 yards from the Romanian goal. Wide towards Luca Bacchio again, who will try and attack Mahalia. And Luca Bacchio has gone beyond him, infield towards Castagna, who pokes it towards the general area of Lukaku, but it's cleared away by Marius Marin, and it will be a throw-in to Belgium on the halfway line.
Well, the two wide players for Belgium are really putting the full-backs of Romania under pressure. Luca Bacchio is playing on the right, very left-footed. We know that Jeremy Doku is very right-footed, playing on the left, but very, very attacking.
Doku slipped in towards Lukaku, who outmuscles his challenge and fires in the shot, which is deflected wide. It was very well defended again, but the Romanian defender Borka just bounced off Lukaku there, but by the time he turned to get the shot in, it was blocked with a desperate challenge on the edge of the 6-yard penalty area from Dragusan, and it bobbles behind for a corner.
Brilliant play from Doku, even better centre-forward play from Romelu Lukaku, using his strength, turned, didn't quite get the proper shot off, but Dragusin, brilliant, stopped the 2-0.
Lukaku looking to attack the corner kick here from De Bruyne, but it's beyond him and also beyond Vertonghen at the far post, and it will be a goal kick for Romania, who trail here by a goal to 0. They came into this match with 7 clean sheets in 10 games, but within 75 seconds they found themselves a goal down, but within 2 minutes they could have been level as well. It's been that sort of game so far in Cologne.
Well, it has, but I think apart from that one chance for Romania, Belgium have been excellent. We wondered how they'd react, how they'd feel the pressure of what happened after match day 1 and that big defeat to Slovakia. I say big, obviously only 1-0, but massive in terms of the shock that went around the Euros. They had to respond, and this has been the perfect response.
Early today on TalkSport in Group F, it finished Czechia 1, Georgia 1, as Luca Bacchio comes forward now for Belgium, cutting in field from the right-hand side, but he's been penalised. A challenge comes in on the edge of the penalty area, and the Romanian has gone down, and it's Marius Marin, and it will be a free kick. And Luca Bacchio just trod on Marin, but I think it was accidental, but a free kick's been given right on the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not foul. Yes, there's contact that's been made, but he's just running naturally and accidentally put his foot on Marin's toes, really. He's bought that one.
So 1-1 between the Czechs and the Georgians, although Georgia missed a great opportunity with the final kick of the game to win it. And then just before this game, Portugal winning the group, beating Turkey 3-0, but Georgia must now play Portugal in the final game on Wednesday. But maybe the bigger game is Czechia against Turkey, because that could prove to be winner takes all, although a draw would be enough for the Turks. But Georgia, of course, realistically would need to beat Portugal, but the chances are it could be a much changed Portuguese team, although with their depth it doesn't mean they won't be any good.
No, that's true. You're just sort of thinking, yeah, will it be, you might rest a few. I think after France they've got the strongest squad in the Euros.
We have so many big games coming up, notably tomorrow night, Scotland against Hungary from Stuttgart, 8 o'clock on TalkSport. Adrian Durham and Darren Bent will be starting our build-up from 4 o'clock before Hugh Wozencroft, Joe Shannon and Chris Owalamo bring you the commentary from inside the stadium. And over on TalkSport 2, it will be Switzerland against Germany The Germans, of course, already through. Kevin Hatchard and Alvin Martin will be bringing you that game over on TalkSport 2. Big game coming up on Monday night on TalkSport as well. Croatia against Italy. Both teams could face elimination if things go a certain way. And then England in action on Tuesday. And you can hear their game on TalkSport. All these final group games are double headers. And if the game is not on TalkSport, it will be on TalkSport 2. As Onana comes forward now with 17 minutes played. Belgium leading by a goal to nil. Wide to the right-hand side, and Luca Bacchio slid into the goal scorer Tielemans, who looks to fire in the cross towards the near post. It's blocked by a lunging Marin, but the cross in second time around is headed clear initially by Dragusan, and then it's lofted back into the penalty area by Onana, and it's claimed by Florin Nitsa.
Yeah, I mean, after that first goal, Romania responded really well with a couple of attempts at goal, and one of them very nearly scored. But since then, probably about the third or fourth minute, I have to say Belgium have been superb. They really have. Dominating possession, dominating the territory. And if anything, they look like they're going to go on and get the second. The wide players really on top.
Lovely run forward now from De Bruyne. Wide towards this near side, and Luca Bacchio, who's in space, infield onto the left foot, curls it in, superbly kept out by Nitsa. But again, the elusive running of Kevin De Bruyne causing problems there for the Romanians. Luca Bacchio curled it with power, but Nitsa made an excellent save.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin De Bruyne went past about 2 or 3 players, ran with the ball 30-odd yards, and he got almost to the edge of the box and must have been thinking, I might well shoot here, but he's already had it in his mind that Luca Bacchio is free. Showed a lot of composure coming inside, taking a lot of touches, getting onto his favoured left foot. Great save.
Corner's blade short, Vertonghen sweeps in the shot from around 8 yards out, but it's high over the top. Romania not reacting to that. Doku with the ball into the penalty area after he received it short from De Bruyne right on the byline, and Vertonghen, the veteran, seeing his shot whistle over.
Well, I'm not sure if that was a worked set piece or just a little bit off the cuff, but it was a very good opportunity. And Vertonghen, he won't score too many unless those corners do come in, and he'll score with his head. I think on his left foot, he'd be really disappointed he's not hit the target there. Decent connection, but way over.
And that goal from Yuri Tielemans, the latest to be scored from outside the penalty area, and 25% of all the goals scored in this tournament so far, 15 of the 60 have come from outside the box. And you compare what happened in Euro 2020, 19 goals out of the 142 scored, which is around 13%. So people determined to have a pop, and maybe people are defending a bit deeper.
I don't think people quite realise that the high percentage of goals that generally just come from the box and not from outside. So that's really high. I know these balls are very light, aren't they? So I think the coaches have been, and they've been practicing the players. Look, if you get a chance to goal 25 yards out, have a pop, it will move. I think we've seen that.
Tielemans now fouling Razvan Marin, and it's a foul for Romania, or rather a free kick for Romania, with 20 minutes played on TalkSport. Belgium leading by a goal to nil, but it's wide on the right-hand side. And as we saw in the game against Ukraine, Romania do have a couple of very good technicians over a dead ball. Razvan Marin and Denis Mann are over this. And it's Marin who plays it high to the far post, looking for Dragusan. Good leap though from that face, and it will bounce behind. And in front of all those Romanian fans behind that goal away to the left-hand side, it is a corner kick which their captain Nicolae Stanciu will take. Dragusan and Borsa have stayed forward. It's played short by Stanciu towards Denis Mann on the edge of the penalty area, robbed though by Lukaku, but it falls kindly for Mihalia. Shot on the turn though from around 20 yards out, right-footed, high over the top.
I'll tell you what, that was half a chance as well. Got a little bit lucky getting into that position. It was a short corner. It fell to him 20 yards out. Belgian players weren't that close to him. And yes, if it had taken a touch, that would have been too late. You had to take it first time, but again, another one, a bit like Vertonghen earlier. Got to hit the target.
And you're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling, the UK's #1 lager, 18 plus. Please drink responsibly. Lukaku chasing another high ball forward, which is nodded clear by Borka. And now pinged wide to this near side, looking for Dragus. for Romania, but then Luka Bacchio has been bowled over by Bansu, and it will be a free kick for Belgium. This, the only group at the Euros with two teams ranked outside the world's top 40. And of course Romania and Slovakia both won their opening games, but maybe normal service now being resumed, with Ukraine coming from behind to beat Slovakia yesterday with the late goal from Roman Yaremchuk, and Belgium currently leading Romania here.
Yeah, as I say, Belgium have been superb. They really have. The wide players are getting in every single time.
Now Doku looking to attack, wriggles away from the challenge, pulls it back to Lukaku, but his first touch was just a bit heavy. But Onana finding De Bruyne, and now Doku on the left corner with the penalty area, in towards Lukaku again, back towards Doku, who tries to bundle his way through, but Ratsu somehow, about 3 yards out, manages to rob Doku and clear the ball away. Now Mahalia losing out on the far side to Vertonghen, and here is De Bruyne, and I was about to say the Romanians can't get near him, but now they can, but that's only because Denis Draguz hacks him down, and it will be a free kick wide on the far side, the Belgian left.
But they have to at the moment. They can't get close to them. Have to try and find a way to stop the stem of this tide, and Jeremy Doku really fancies it tonight.
Lukaku now looking to fasten onto a crossing from De Bruyne down the left, but it's blocked at the near post by Marin, and it will be another corner for Belgium here. 23 minutes played on Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport, leading Romania by 1-0. Yuri Tielemans the goal scorer in the second minute. De Bruyne will take the corner kick, his dark red shirt already drenched in sweat. Clipped in towards the near post and claimed well by Nitsa, under pressure from Boutfats under the crossbar, and he quickly bowls it out towards this near side, and Bansu down the line looking for Mahalia, and Tielemans lunges in with a challenge, but is lost out. Mahalia coming forward now, fires in the shot, it's blocked. Mahalia stumbles into the penalty area, goes down. Luka Bacchio tries to win it back. Draguz inside the area, and then the foul is made by Dennis Mann on Luka Bacchio, and there are bodies all over the place inside the penalty area. It's a free kick for Belgium, but that was an opportunity on the counter-attack for Romania.
It was. Initially it was a mistake from Yuri Tielemans. He thought he had it. I don't know if again the pitch has anything to do with it. It's gone through his legs. Mihaila's cut inside. He's had a shot. There's a couple of defenders who are on the ground. He's then fallen down. So too then is Luka Bacchio. Keystone Cops for a moment. Then he's fallen. Dennis Mann, he's just dragged him a little bit. There's no doubt about it. Luka Bacchio's made more than perhaps what it was. But why not when you're down there in the box? He's done well to help out his team there.
The earlier challenge on Mahalia was an interesting one as well. It was right on the edge of the area. He's now receiving some treatment. I'm not just wondering whether he stumbled though as he tried to make his way into the area.
Well again, I think there was 3 or 4 players that did stumble, so we'd have to have another look at that. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know, VAR will get involved, but we also saw Luka Bacchio, and it was a complete accident, just tread on his hand, Mihaila. But at least we're seeing Romania trying to get into Belgium's half. As I say, after that initial kind of response, really struggled to deal with Belgium. And the wide players are loving this.
Belgium with 65% possession so far, 6 attempts on goal, although Romania have had 4, and they beat Ukraine 3-0 with 29% possession on Monday.
They won't mind not having the ball, and they'll probably expect it to be even less against a side full of quality individuals like Belgium. But I just think Belgium look like they're going to score 2. If they get 2, I think they could easily score 3 or 4.
Now Onana lofts it wide to the far side, and Doku, the ever-present De Bruyne in support, but Doku looks to head towards the byline, but the route to goal is just cut off by Ratsu. But here is Onana again, and this is the Belgium we thought we would see coming into these championships. Of course, they still have members of the golden generation, but there are a number of young, new, exciting players on show. And here is Wout Faes finding Tielemans again. He scored his 8th international goal on the occasion of his 69th appearance in the second minute here. Now Onana back towards Fass, and Belgium just try and take the sting out of the game. A reminder, if it stays like this, all four teams will be level on points heading into the final game. Fass finding Tielemans, and now it's wide towards Castagna. The low cross in is blocked initially at the near post by Marius Marin, although he almost lost his footing, and the pitch noticeably is cutting up on this near side. There has been plenty of rain around Cologne over the last couple of days. It's been a warm, sunny day, but the pitch, of course, is clearly showing signs of wear and tear, because there are a number of games being played on these surfaces in a relatively short space of time. The Swiss met both Hungary and Scotland here. This is where Scotland got their draw the other night. England, of course, will play here on Tuesday, and there will also be a game from the round of 16, so there do appear to be one or two issues to sort out.
I think England will be worried looking at this pitch. I thought it was shocking the other night. Not an excuse for how they played, but really, really poor. It's not cutting up as badly as that, but it's not great, and there are tufts of grass all over the pitch at the moment.
Free kick for Belgium, midway inside the Romanian half. De Bruyne and Luca Bacchio are over it. Now Fass is forward once again, along with Vertonghen on the far side. De Bruyne flights it high towards the far post, but before the ball even reaches the penalty area, a free kick's been given for pushing, with Radu Dragosan, the player who went down, fouled by Wout Fass.
Well, I think it was clever defending in the end. But he did get Yuri Tielemans, held him off, just stood there. Dragosan went down. I'm sure if he was trying to get a last minute equaliser, then he probably wouldn't have done that, but clever play from the defender.
The winner of this group will play a third place team. The runner-up will play the runner-up in Group D, which could be the Netherlands or the French, which would be possibly one to avoid.
Or the Austrians.
Or the Austrians, of course. Let's not rule them out. They've got a big game coming up in their final match. And the third place team will play the winner of Group C, potentially, which could be England, or Group B. So we will have to wait and see what happens when things are eventually sorted out in this group on Wednesday night. But it's going to be a fascinating evening if all four teams are level on points. Belgium playing Ukraine, and then both Slovakia and Romania may have targeted that game against the other lower ranked team, but it could be a team they may have to beat to go through. As Doku comes forward now into the penalty area again, but it's good defending from Ratsu just to get a toe in and send the ball behind for a Belgian corner with nearly half an hour play.
Oh, it's really good defending, because once Doku gets in the box, he's got to be so careful not to make a challenge. He comes inside, then back outside. I actually think there was a little bit of a bobble with the pitch, which helped Ratsu out, which meant that Doku wasn't quite able to get a clean touch. I'll tell you what, the two full-backs for Romania know they're in a game this evening.
Corner kick on the far side. De Bruyne lays it back towards Luca Bacchio. Quickly infield to Doku, left-hand side of the penalty area. Hits the byline, fires in the shot, which is beaten away by Nitsa. And then it's smuggled behind for another corner. But yet again, Belgium looking razor sharp around the penalty area.
I mean, even just quick free kicks, quick corners, Romania don't seem to be able to handle them again once Doku gets in the box. So difficult to mark. They've got to double up. They can't just leave just one man to try and stop him, because I don't think one man can.
De Bruyne with the corner kick, fisted clear at the near post by Nitsa. Recovered by Tielemans. Midway inside the Romanian half on this near side, but under pressure from Dragus, who goes all the way back to Castagna and further back to Cohen Casteels, who played in Germany with Wolfsburg last season, but will be moving to Saudi Arabia to play for Al Qadsiya, one of the promoted teams next season. Now Dragosan on the far side for Romania, but the yellow shirts have had to do plenty of chasing in the first half here, but it's still only 1-0 with 31 minutes played here on Talk Sport. But here is Luca Bacchio looking to change that for Belgium on this near side. He now has 3 yellow shirts around him. There were appeals for handball as it reared up, but Marciniak, the referee, says it was the shoulder, and play continues.
Well, I said double up, they tripled up there, didn't they?
Well, they're learning eventually. Here is Fasto, riding Tielemans, who tries to play it down the line back towards Fast, who could be caught out of his position here, but De Bruyne again working so hard to ride a couple of challenges. Here is Luca Bacchio on the edge of the penalty area. Lukaku tries to play it back towards Luca Bacchio, but Romania will sweep the ball clear. Now Tiat under pressure from Dragus on the centre circle, but he's done well to find Tielemans. 13 minutes to play in the first half on TalkSport. Belgium 1, Romania 0. You're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Burger King. Bring home the ultimate food satisfaction. Get your favourites delivered now. Tiat all the way back to Casteels, who has had long spells as a spectator in the first half. Now Tielemans. Ryan Vertonghen, who is coming today to replace Eno de Bast, who is 17 years his junior. Doku at risk of losing the ball midway inside the Belgium half, but he's done well to recover and find Tielemans now, who can lead the counter-attack. Wide to the right-hand side of Luca Bacchio. Castagno on the overlap, but Luca Bacchio goes for goal, tries to curl it once again. This time it takes a deflection and swirls high over the top for a corner.
Well, Romania just cannot live with Belgium right now. Doku did really well. It looked like he was getting doubled up on, yet somehow found the ball to Tielemans. Then Luca Bacchio receives the ball on his left foot, comes inside. It's a good deflection, and again doubled up there, but they've just got to hang on in here. If Romania concede the second goal, as I say, this could be 3 or 4. They can keep it to 1-0 at half-time, and maybe just the tide can turn.
De Bruyne over the corner once again. Doku is the shorter option, but it's clipped into the near post and volley clear unchallenged by Dragus. Now Tiat on the halfway line for Belgium, all the way back to Casteels, who is defending the goal away to our left-hand side. 11 minutes to play in the first half on TalkSport. Belgium 1, Romania 0. Scotland against Hungary coming up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We start our build-up with Adrian Durham at 4 o'clock. And over on TalkSport 2, local derby of sorts, Switzerland against Germany.
What did you say the possession was for Romania in the first game?
29% overall.
28 now in this game.
Well, there we are. Well, they won the previous game 3-0, but now there will be a yellow card shown on the halfway line for a challenge on Dragus, and Luca Bacchio, the player who has been shown that yellow card, and he will miss the third group game. That's his second yellow card.
It's unfortunate as well. He's come in. It's a definite foul, but really tried to take him out of the game.
But it's taken Luca Bacchio out of the match against Ukraine on Wednesday. Now Ratsu on the far side, and just for once there's a confrontation between Ratsu and Doku's doing the defending, sliding in to concede a throw-in by the corner flag down the Romanian right. Now Mann finding Marius Mari wide to this near side, and Bansu slid in towards the edge of the penalty area. Smart turn from Mahailia, and it's lofted wide and then played back into the penalty area, looking for Razvan Marin. It was good football from Romania. Dennis Mann involved again, but hammered to safety by Belgium on the far side.
Yeah, it was the right idea, and he was almost trying to give the eyes as the ball came into the box. A long cross, as if he was going to have a shot first time on the volley. Tried to lay it inside for Marin, but because he wasn't really concentrating on that, because he was trying to give that eyes, in the end the pass wasn't good enough. But at least they're getting a little bit more possession and also territory now.
Marin wide towards the far side of Razvan Marin. There's an opportunity for Dennis Mann to come in field, fires in the shot towards the near post, and it's a comfortable save for Cohen Casteels.
It does look dangerous when he looks a very good player when he's on the ball. The problem for him is trying to get the ball. We talked about the 28% possession, and you're absolutely right to keep bringing up, well, they beat Ukraine 3-0, but this is another level that they're playing tonight. So when they do get the ball, it's not often. They really have to try and do something with it. But again, for me, it's all about don't concede again to half-time.
Ratsu gets too tight to Doku, who then spins in behind him. He's got support from De Bruyne. Charging forward again now, 25 yards out. Wide to Luca Bacchio on this near side. The back heel almost finds Castagna on the overlap, but it breaks down for Belgium. And here is Dragus at the other end now. One-on-one with Fass, comes in field. And there are 5 yellow shirts forward in this attack. Dragus, though, poor ball, square towards Stanchu. And here's the opportunity for Belgium on the counter-attack. Luca Bacchio now. Lukaku waits in the centre. Luca Bacchio tries to hit the byline. In the end, he overruns it. The challenge comes in from Bansu, and it will be a corner kick.
Oh, what an opportunity that was for Luca Bacchio. Tell you what, really good interception from Onana. First time pass as well. And then just get in the box, just sprint, don't stop. Once you stop, 2 defenders come into play. You have to say, really good defending in the end from Banku. I just feel that Luca Bacchio allowed them to come back into the game.
37 minutes played on TalkSport in Group E at UEFA Euro 2020. 24 even. De Bruyne will take it. Corner kick on this near side. It's an outswinger towards the near post. It travels all the way through the penalty area, and as a result, Dennis Mann on the far side gets a nasty bobble from the playing surface as he brings it clear, but he's still maintaining possession. In towards Dragus and back to Ratsu on the far side. Marius Marin in support. The pitch is now cutting up even more as we head towards half-time. The run from Dragus into the penalty area, goal side of Fass, and Castells had to be brave there. Dragus claiming he was pulled back from Wout Fass, but the movement of the Romanian attacker completely bewitching the Leicester defender.
It's a wonderful ball in as well, just whipped in behind. Vertonghen can't get anywhere near it. Vass is trying to come across. And to be fair to Castells, he comes out and is very, very brave. Better just in the last couple of minutes in Romania.
6 minutes to play in the first half. Belgium 1, Romania 0. Romania just beginning to have 1 or 2 moments in the game as we head towards half-time. Hammered forward again, long by Vertonghen, looking for Luca Bacchio, but Ansu will just duck and allow the ball to dribble out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Romania. And there was a handshake between Ordinescu and the 4th official on this near side, Donatas Runsas of Lithuania. I think a fairly heated discussion between the coach and the official may have ended on good terms as Nitsa, under pressure, hammers the ball straight out of play on this near side. And Belgium quickly have the ball back on the halfway line with Vertonghen finding Wout Fass. Now De Bruyne, who has been the player of the half without any question. A high ball wide to this near side, looking for Castagna, but it was a difficult ball to control as it skipped off the surface and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
To be fair, Castagna's really trying to bomb on as much as he possibly can. And Luca Bacchio at times is staying wide, other times he's coming inside. Banchu doesn't know whether to go with him or stay out and try and cover Castagna. Really good movement from the Belgian fullback.
Of course, head-to-head is the first tiebreaker in UEFA Group, so at the moment the order of Group E is Romania, Slovakia, Belgium and Ukraine, and they all have 3 points. Luca Bacchio finding De Bruyne, tries to pick out Lukaku, who was in space to the left, but it's cut out well by Ratsu. But here is Tielemans now, good ball wide to this near side to find Castagna again. Now Luca Bacchio, who already knows he won't be playing in the final game due to suspension. Back to Wout Fass. Vertonghen almost on the centre spot, finding Tiat on the left-hand side. Now Doku again. Tiat makes the run in behind, but it's a decoy because Doku comes in field himself to find Onana. Plenty of space for both Onana and Tielemans midway inside the Romanian half. Here is De Bruyne Only Luka Bacchio again with 3.5 minutes to play in the first half on TalkSport, and Belgium leading Romania by a 1-0 thanks to Yuri Tielemans in the second minute. Tiat. Yet again it's a prolonged period of possession for Belgium, but it comes to an end. Doku claims he was body checked by Ratsu on the far side as he looked to clip the ball in field, but the referee tells him to get up, and as a result Romania have it back, but they've quickly given the ball away. The chest trap from Bansu falling kindly for Castagna. He bulldozes through the challenge of Marius Marin, and now Luka Bacchio finding De Bruyne inside the penalty area, but on the stretch his right-footed shot lacked power, and it's gathered by Nietzsche.
Oh, that was a great opportunity for someone like Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not quite sure whether that was a shot or almost trying to pass it to Lukaku, because it was such a poor shot that you don't expect from him. Stretching, he didn't need to. Wonderful opportunity right before half-time as well.
Marius Marin forward towards Stanciu, and now the early ball forward looking for Mahalia for Romania, almost catching out Castagna, but Casteels again took up a very good position.
Great ball, wasn't it? Castagna tired from making the run down the other way. Mahalia's not really going with him defensively, and you know, if I was the left back Vanchu, I'd be having a go at him and say, look, come and help me out here, I'm getting doubled up. But actually going the other way, sometimes you can take advantage of the full-back bombing on.
2 minutes to play in the first half. In Cologne, as Vertonghen goes back towards Casteels again. Of course, the real jeopardy begins tomorrow night with the final nights from the group stages. Starting in Group A, of course, we have Scotland-Hungary on TalkSport with Hugh Rosencroft, Joe Shannon and Chris Owalamo. Germany-Switzerland game over on TalkSport 2. Then on Monday night, Italy against Croatia and Spain against Albania. The Italy game will be here on TalkSport. I'll be alongside Dean Ashton for that one, looking forward to it. And of course Italy, the reigning champions, still have work to do to go through to the round of 16, but it would need an Albania win against Spain, which on the face of it looks a long shot, but you never know, because they clearly have something about them.
Yeah, Spain have been excellent, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make changes. I don't think they've quite got the depth of, say, a Portugal. There'll still be quality players in that Spanish squad.
Mahalia now turns and clips it wide to the far side, looking for man for Romania. Not cleared by Tiat, and as we head towards the final 30 seconds of normal time in the first half, it's a throw-in for Romania, which was thrown towards Stanciu and then sliced behind by Tiat, and it will be a corner kick for Romania right at the end of the first half.
It's an opportunity, one they didn't expect. Tiat will be disappointed. He's just off the side of his foot and given away a corner, so great opportunity on half-time. Don't deserve to be level, but it could be.
Corner's played short, swung high into the penalty area, and again it was Borka rising with the header, but this time he gets right underneath it. It's over the top, but he knows it was a chance.
Yeah, he's sunk to his knees, hasn't he? And this Tiat, who's meant to be marking him, and you can't live with him. If they can get balls in the box and set pieces, then there's no doubt about it, the two centre-halves of Romania got every chance of getting a great opportunity.
Just a single minute of added time at the end of the first half here. It's been the first half of Belgian domination, but it is still only 1-0, and Romania will take something from that. Although it's a long way back for them in the second half. As it's played forward again towards Doku, back towards Tielemans, who scored the goal in the second minute. About fast finding Vertonghen again, who was caught out once early on, but it didn't prove costly. There goes the half-time whistle. Belgium making the perfect start. Yet another goal from outside the penalty area in this tournament, this time from Yuri Tielemans. They should have had more. Lukaku denied on a couple of occasions. Romania forcing a fine early save from Casteels, the header from Borka, but they've lacked the menace they showed going forward against Ukraine so far. And at half-time, it is Belgium 1, Romania 0. At the moment, all 4 teams in Group E will have 3 points heading into the final round. Thank you, Danny. Simon Marciniak about to get the second half underway. Romania will kick off in all yellow, a goal down, defending the goal away to our left-hand side. And Belgium in those dark red shirts with black shorts. And the early goal from Yuri Tielemans still dividing the two teams as Thiat clears the ball long downfield for Belgium, and it's quickly returned by Borka. Now Razvan Marin tries to find Vansu. A reminder of the two teams again. Belgium, Casteels in goal. Castagna, Fas, Vertonghen and Thiat their back four, with Tielemans and Onana behind De Bruyne in midfield, with Luka Bacchio, Lukaku and Doku in attack, as Dennis Mann comes forward now for Romania, fires in a decent shot with some power, left-footed from the edge of the penalty area, but too close to Cohen Casteels.
Well, I'll tell you what, sometimes when the team's been so dominant in the first half, just the first couple of minutes of the second takes them a little bit of time to get going. So absolutely right from Romania to try and get at Belgium, to see if maybe that one goal that they do need, they don't have to wait until the end, they get it a bit earlier in the second half.
Well, Romania made a decent start to the second half here, as Castagna thinks about chasing a ball back to the byline with Mihaila, then realises it's overhit and it goes behind for a goal kick.
There's always a danger though, Nigel, that you could make them angry. If you do get that goal in 1-1, then suddenly Belgium pick up and make it 3-4-1 again. But no, it was a tough first half, especially for the full-backs and the defenders of Romania.
I think Belgium, though, will still have some scar tissue mentally from what happened against Slovakia, and if Romania do score, they might start thinking, here we go again, because if they do manage to prize a point from this game, then Belgium will be bottom of the group going into those final games.
Well, it becomes a mind game then, doesn't it, if Romania do get that goal? And then it's about the reaction of Belgium. Do you get angry and get back in and make sure you get on the front foot, or are you starting to think, oh my goodness, it's the World Cup over again?
The point here for Romania, which seems a long way off at the moment, although it's only 1-0, and realistically they would be going through, and now they're breaking forward with some pace, and it's a great run from Mihaila, right down the centre, fires in the shot left-footed over the top. He was under pressure from Onana, but again, Romania unlocking Belgium right down the centre. And will that 1-0 lead begin to look a bit tenuous?
Yeah, Belgium kind of went 1-1, so Romania went long, and there was a little bit of luck involved, but Mihaila made his own luck, showed great pace, really good defending as well from Onana though. He didn't get anything on it. Mihaila knew all along he was on his shoulder. Just as he was about to shoot, Onana dives in, and it's got Thiat just giving him a chest pump and a handshake as well, saying well done, because if he wasn't there, if he was 2 yards further back, Mihaila would have had a lot more time and composure to get that goal and get the equaliser.
Valentin Mihaila Palmer, one of 3 players in the Romanian starting lineup who play in the Italian second tier, Serie B. This is not a team, of course, primarily drawn from major clubs. Of course, Radu Dragosan now with Spurs, having moved on from Genoa in January, but players also in places like Saudi Arabia and also closer to home and in the lower reaches of the Turkish league. But they showed their pedigree in the opening game, and they've made a sprightly start to the second half here as they try and come forward again. The flick from Dragus almost releasing Mihaila, but it's cleared away on the far side by Castile. So the Romanian team again is Nitsa in goal, Ratsu, Dragosan, Borka and Vansu the back four, with Marius Marin holding in midfield behind Razvan Marin and Stanchu, with Man and Mihaila supporting Dragus in attack. Here is De Bruyne now at the other end, but it's not in clear on this near side by Marin. Doku will try and win it back. He was excellent at times in the first half, but this time Ratsu will beat him to it, guard it behind with all those Romanian fans banked high behind that goal, and it will be a goal kick. The Cologne Stadium is 4 sides which are very steeply banked, close to the pitch, holds around 43,000, and As a result, it's a very good atmosphere as Belgium try and come forward again on the far side, but Bansu will clear. The touching field though from Dragus doesn't find Stanciu. Here is Anana midway inside the Romanian half. 5 minutes played in the second half on TalkSport. Belgium 1, Romania 0 in Group E. Belgium looking to recover from the shock of losing to Slovakia in their opening game. Anana back towards Tiat, one of 4 players brought into the side today by Domenico Tedesco, coach who had a good deal of success in Germany, taking Schalke into the Champions League, also had a year at Leipzig more recently. Now Tiat, good ball down the line to find Doku in space down the left-hand side. Lukaku waits inside the penalty area. Doku looks to hit the byline again, but the cross in is just poured away by Nietzsche, with Lukaku looking to apply the finishing touch. One back by Luka Bakiu on the far side. Mahalia is back defending, helping out Bansu, and Bansu applauds Mahalia as he ensures that both Luka Bakiu and the ball headed to touch on the far side.
It was also really good defending from Dragosin. The ball had played over Ratsu. He's had to come and engage with Jeremy Doku, and he refused to allow him to come inside in the box, so he's gone outside. He's not got the best of balls across, so really good defending, showing outside on his left foot.
Doku again on this near side, finding De Bruyne. Square to Anana. 6 English-based players in the Belgian starting lineup once again today. Tiat finding Anana, back heel from him was clever down the line. Tiat continued his run. Here is De Bruyne now on the edge of the penalty area. Opens up for the right-footed curler, and it wasn't too far wide, and what a goal that would have been from Kevin De Bruyne.
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Great skill from Doku. The little quick one-touch, played it out wide, and then Kevin De Bruyne received it. And I'll tell you what, he's cut inside, and I still don't know, once it's gone past the post, whether it's going to hit the side netting and be in, or just the wrong side of it. In the end it was. Great kind of little Cruyff pass from Doku. I think he's been brilliant this evening, I really do.
But now Doku is down, receiving some treatment on this near side. That's a word of encouragement from Yuri Tielemans, and there is some spray applied to his ankle. Maybe he was just caught after that back heel down the line to release Tiat.
I think that's what's happened. It might also be with him just 30 seconds earlier going down the left, puts the ball in, again just shocking pitch, the turf comes up, and maybe he's twisted his ankle.
It's not good, because there are players here, and I'm sure that their clubs are watching between their fingers, because some of these playing surfaces are putting the players at risk of injury.
Jared Bowen came on the other day, and within 2 minutes, nearly like trying to track back, doing his ankle, and he could have been out for a couple of months. Kyle Walker fell over, Jude Bellingham fell over. You can easily twist your knee and do a ligament and be out for months, and maybe even need an operation. It's not good enough.
And England play on this pitch live on TalkSport on Tuesday in their final group game. It's Casteels, plays it wide towards Vertonghen on this near side. Of course, we have Scotland against Hungary on TalkSport tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Adrian Durham and Darren Bent will be starting our coverage. A special Euro game day drive from 4. Well, Hugh Rosencroft and the team bringing the commentary as Vertonghen is caught late by Dragus, looking to play a ball forward long on this near side, and it will be a Belgian free kick.
I sometimes feel sorry for the forwards when they do that, because they're not actually going into the play. It's just that the defender kicks the ball, and his follow-through then makes contact. It's always given as a foul, but it's not as if they've gone straight into the player direct.
You're told by your coach to close people down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. People might turn around and say, oh, well, by going then, and putting your leg up, you know there's going to be a follow-through. Well, yeah, it's a physical game.
Back pass to Nietzsche again. Who flights it wide to this near side, but Doku gets there before Ratsu. Here is Lukaku. Now De Bruyne on the edge of the penalty area, turns and fires in the shot, right-footed, and it's a smart save again from Florin Nitsa.
That's a great opportunity for him, and Timothy Castagne is just running down the right-hand side, and he would have been free, but Kevin De Bruyne is bang in front of goal, 18 yards out, just inside the box. Difficult for him not to shoot. We did see Cristiano Ronaldo in a shooting position and passed the ball earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought he was offside. Now Trossard is coming on to replace Dodi Lukebakio for Belgium. Lukebakio will be suspended for the final group game coming up on Wednesday. It's a tricky one for Belgium against Ukraine, who of course got their win yesterday over on TalkSport 2 against Slovakia. And Leandro Trossard, who began the first game, now comes off the bench for the second one. Wearing number 9. And that Belgian wet look shirt, or shirts which become wet look due to the material and the humid temperatures in Cologne this evening. Now Dragosan brings the ball out for Romania. Excellent run forward beyond Doku and Lukaku up to the halfway line, and he spreads it wide to the far side. Bansu picking out Stanciu now, and Romania have bodies forward on the edge of the penalty area. Stanciu plays the ball in field, but the effort in the end from Mihailua is blazed over the top. But again, it was another promising moment for Romania.
Absolutely, and while the scoreline's 1-0, they just need to get lucky once. And the ball's bouncing again. I think the pitch just looks really uneven with the surface. It's bounced off him. Yeah, didn't get hold of the ball. Well over. Not good technique, but it's half a chance, and it will give them confidence.
Casteels will take the goal kick. 56 minutes played, and you're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus. Please drink responsibly. Now Stanciu in the centre circle for Romania, tries to play it wide to this near side, but he's robbed by Doku. Here is Lukaku, wide towards De Bruyne, who breaks into the penalty area. The first time ball into the box, looking for Doku, is hit beyond him, but now Doku will gather again, back to Lukaku, who fires in the shot, but that's blocked by Borsa. And Tielemans is dragged to the ground rather unnecessarily on the far side by Mihailua, and it will be a free kick for Belgium.
Silly foul. It's a really silly foul, keeping his team under pressure. It's a missed opportunity, and not one you'd expect from Kevin De Bruyne to just overplay the pass. You know, Belgium creating chances, not dominating the game as they were in the first half, but they're still creating chances. Once De Bruyne gets the ball, he tries to play the ball, and he's just overplayed it to Jeremy Doku. They do really need that second goal, really, just to put this game to bed.
De Bruyne, who has 9 assists in major finals since the 2014 World Cup, plays it in towards Lukaku at the near post, who tries just to guide the ball on inside that near post, but never really gets hold of it, and it's claimed by Nitsa.
He's actually been quieter, isn't he, since starting the first half really good, but that's what he can do, create such havoc in the box. It's trying to play it with his right foot, it's come off his left foot, keeper still needs to make the save.
Romania trying to show ambition here. Here is Ratsu with a break into the penalty area, and he's just out-muscled by Vertonghen at the crucial moment. It was the fullback popping up unmarked inside the box, and Vertonghen had to show all his experience. Now Stanciu lofts it high into the penalty area once again, and there was an attempted overhead kick from Dragus, which would have been a goal to remember, but in the end, Stanciu challenging Tielemans. Stanciu has gone down, and the free kick's been given eventually to Belgium, because a yellow card for Bansu for falling down the Belgian player midway inside the Red Devils half, and it was all a bit untidy there, and Trossard, the player, he fouled.
It's a great turn from Trossard, but again, it's another foul that Romania don't need to do when they're on top at the moment, or certainly just created a chance. Great run from the fullback inside the Belgian defence, and what a pass it was. He was able to just get that touch. Good defending for Vertonghen, reading the situation. That's where the experience comes in. tell you what, Romania in this game.
Still only 1-0 with an hour played on TalkSport. Romania are now beginning to offer a lot more going forward, or maybe that's because Belgium have not quite been the attacking force they were at times in the first half.
No, they haven't, but I don't think they've been allowed to be. I think it's because Romania have been on the front foot from the very word go at the start of the second half. You know, in the first half, Belgium were dominating in every facet of the game and getting the ball wide.
Now it's played back towards Lukaku inside the area, and I think Nietzsche was going to swoop on that, but Mahalia came across and took control of the situation to hammer the ball into the stands on this near side.
Yeah, you know, Belgium were getting the ball wide. The two fullbacks, two wingers, should I say, were going at the fullbacks. Midfield haven't really got hold of the ball to get the ball out wide, to get the ball even up to Lukaku. And Romania are not only better in terms of possession, but they're creating chances.
Now De Bruyne, I think, was looking for a corner kick on the far side, but Ratsu will just hammer the ball straight up in the air. Thiago will try and keep the ball in play, and in the end he and De Bruyne allow the ball to head out of play. A quickly taken throw in from De Bruyne, looking for Trossard on this near side, the Belgian left. It's all very tight with two Romanian players with him. He finds Doku, who tries to trick his way through. Dragusan eventually manages to make the challenge, and Doku was flagged offside anyway. But it's a really absorbing game, and we've had so many so far in the tournament, but it's in the balance here with Belgium leading 1-0 and the Romanian supporters in great voice away to our left.
I think absorbing is the right word. It's fascinating. Really, really good game to watch. It's a bit like schoolboy football, isn't it? About 5 or 6 players just in the corner there trying to pick at each other. It's a really good game.
Ratsu does well to win it on this near side for Romania, finding Razvan Mare, now wide to the far side, and Bansu. Castagna's clearance, rebounds off Bansu. Here is Fass inside the penalty area. Good ball forward though from Tielemans to release De Bruyne. Quickly wide to the left, and Doku at pace. Ratsu backpedaling into the penalty area. Doku comes in field beyond Dragusan, then back on the outside, fires the shot in, but ripples the outside of the netting.
Do you know what, that was brilliant defending from, we talked about having to double up, that's exactly what Ragusan did with Ratsu. And once he came inside, Ragusan kind of took over. He was trying to use his strength, but he still, Doku got away, and then Ratsu came back in, and it just meant he was leaning back on his left foot and wasn't able to get a proper strike on it. It's getting more and more end-to-end as the game goes on.
Now Borka, finding Marius Mari for Romania. They are in this game now, make no mistake. 62 minutes played. Belgium 1, Romania 0. The Belgian goal from Yuri Tielemans in the second minute. Stanchu for Romania. Does well to win the ball back, but then sliding in is Onana to find De Bruyne down the centre. Looking for Lukaku. This is the chance he was looking for. And this time he makes no mistake. Romelu Lukaku arrives at UEFA Euro 2024 after all of those missed opportunities against the Slovakians. He makes no mistake against Romania, and that was trademark Belgium. The assist from De Bruyne, and the devastating finish from Lukaku. His 86th for his country. Belgium lead Romania 2-0. And all 4 teams in Group E will head into the final day level on points.
Well, VAR will take a look at this, but I think it's Ragusan who's kept him onside. Really good play from the central midfielders, winning the ball back, then feeding Kevin De Bruyne. And you can swap Lukaku for Haaland and Haaland for Lukaku.
Well, cancel all that.
Wow.
It's offside.
Wow. It looked to me as if Ragusan, who was the closest to us, had kept him onside. I'd like to see that again. Semi-automated, must be right.
Well, the Polish VAR official has taken a look, and now Romania looking to respond on this near side. Here is Dennis Mann inside the penalty area. But Belgium have players back on the edge of the 6-yard box, and now there will be a yellow card for Marius Marin for hauling down Kevin De Bruyne. And it was De Bruyne who picked out Lukaku for the disallowed goal, the third disallowed goal that Romelu Lukaku has had in this tournament.
I was going to mention that. He must be thinking, what have I done? I don't deserve this. Looking at a possible penalty shot, aren't they, where Hazard kicked the ball at, I think it was Tielemans. So close, never a pen.
Marius Marin shown a yellow card. All sorts of defensive handballs will not be given, but of course if he was an attacking player and they scored, it would be given.
Yes. Doesn't feel like that, does it?
Well, it cost Belgium in the opening game.
It did. It cost Lukaku.
Cost Lukaku again. Tomasz Kwiatkowski, the Polish VAR official, had a long look at that and has disallowed it, and we are back to 1-0. Now De Bruyne chasing a high ball forward, goal side of Ratsu. Inside the penalty area, De Bruyne plays it back towards Lukaku. On the turn this time, Lukaku fires it in, but it's too close to Nitsa, who blocks it with his knees, and it's hammered away by Borka.
Oh, but that's brilliant forward play. I mean, brilliant first of all from Kevin De Bruyne, making the run, having the strength, and laying it inside to Lukaku. He had 3, possibly 4 players around him, and still was able to turn on his right foot. Okay, it went straight at the keeper, but just to get a shot off. He does deserve a goal, doesn't he?
Onana. You will believe now he is long overdue. 66 minutes played. Belgium leading by a goal to 0. Coming forward again with Leandro Trossard on the far side. Lukaku waits inside the area, but the cross is deeper beyond him towards Doku on the left. Doku now squares it back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, a right-footed shot, was always rising. And it's over the top. You're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Burger King. Bring home the ultimate food satisfaction. Get your favourites delivered now.
Well, better than that, isn't he? 25 yards out. Looked like he just tried to hit it as hard as he could and just went up and up and up. Well, I don't know, we still haven't seen replays of it, have we, of that offside? Conclusive proof. They must have it. I don't know why we haven't seen it as yet, but 1-0 keeps the game lively.
Double change now for Romania. Marius Marin is the first player replaced by Darius Alaru, who plays for Stoia, and Mahalia will be replaced by Ioannis Hadjin, of course son of the Romanian legend Georgi. Now with Rangers, of course, but he's been on loan at Alaves in Spain this season. Scored twice in the qualifiers. Alaru, as we said, plays in his home country. But here's an opportunity for Romania now, breaking into the penalty area, and the shot from Dennis Mann was blocked by the body of Casteels.
Oh wow, what an opportunity, 1-on-1 situation. Onana with the headed back pass, and should never do that in that situation. Dennis Mann showed the pace, went past Tiat, and then just needed that composure. Very good save from Casteels, but my goodness me, he's got to put that to the side of the keeper.
Trossard coming forward now for Belgium. Now De Bruyne. The game incredibly stretched. Here is Doku on the overlap on this near side, drives it in, swept away at the near post by Dragusan. And now Mann, caught by Tiat on this near side, but it's only a throw-in for Romania. And Dennis Mann still has a grimace, which may not be as a result of the challenge, but of a result of the chance that he missed. We're watching a replay now of the offside, and goodness me, it is the toe and the kneecap of Lukaku, which was offside in behind Radu Dragusan.
Well, I'm someone who says offside is offside, and if Adrian Durham's listening, there'll be an argument there soon, I'm sure. Send me a text, but no, that's literally centimetres.
Well, it's only centimetres if he's got a big kneecap. It's millimetres otherwise,
maybe,
because
his toes as well.
And I know it's a line decision. You're either offside or you're not offside, but is that a clear and obvious error?
Well, I think when it comes to offside,
but
it is a tough one because we want to see goals. But I do think in those type of situations, I think it's obviously we're trusting the semi-automated machine that's right. So I think that's right to be cancelled. I didn't think it was right. his goal in the last game with that slight handball, because I felt that was not an unnatural movement when you're going for a tussle with a defender.
Hadji, who like his dad wears number 10, plays it wide to this near side, and Man now down the line for Ratsu, the fullback with the blue hair. The cross into the near post is hammered clear by Vertonghen. 20 minutes to play on TalkSport. Belgium 1, Romania 0. Belgium have had 17 attempts on goal, 7 on target. Romania have had 10 attempts on goal, 4 on target. They are a real feature in this game now. Olaru with the ball down the line, high towards the edge of the penalty area. Onana, high kicking, will clear up towards the halfway line, but here is Stanciu. Wide towards Hadji again, down the Romanian left, with the long hair tied back by the Alice band, in towards Marin. Hadji will try and break down the left, comes in field, up towards the edge of the penalty area, and there is a man waiting in space on the far side, and it's Olaru. Olaru now on the edge of the penalty area. His ball wide was a poor one, but it's won back well by Marin, and now Bansu looking to break down the left. The sliding challenge comes in from Valfas, and it will be a throw-in for Romania. Controlled by Hadji on the chest. Back to Marin, who rides the first challenge, and then there's a good block challenge on the edge of the box from Onana, and the ball spins off Marin towards this near side for a throw-in to Belgium. And there are more changes for them, and the goal scorer, Yuri Tielemans, is coming off to be replaced by Owen Mangala, who's been on loan at Lyon in France from Nottingham Forest this season. The Aston Villa man, Yuri Tielemans, has done his job. And Tedesco just looking to freshen things up now, and Yannick Carrasco will also come on. He started as the left back against Slovakia, but he's replacing Jeremy Doku, so Carrasco, who can play anywhere down the left-hand side, will have a more advanced position this evening.
Well, no wonder Ratsu will be thinking, thank goodness he's gone off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, Romania, not just Ratsu, but the whole team really have stepped it up. I'm very impressed with their reaction, because we talked about, again, sometimes you just go in stages, don't think too far ahead. When you're really under pressure, just don't concede, get to half-time, keep it at 1-0. I wondered how they'd come out in the second half. Would they try and keep it to 1-0 with 70-75 minutes like we're on now, or would they go for it? And they have, they've stepped it up. Could easily have scored, but then so too could have Belgium.
Now Trossard on the far side. De Bruyne was chancing with the offside flag as he was demanding the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Here is Mangala, back to Onana. The weekend sports bar with Adam Cattrall and Jermaine Pennant coming up at the end of this game. Chance for you to have your say on the day's action at the European Championships, with Portugal going through as group winners in Group F, 3-0 against Turkey, and Czechia and Georgia also drawing 1-1 in that group. So they are both off the mark before the final games on Wednesday, when Georgia played Portugal and Czechia played Turkey. And the Czechs need to win, and so too do Georgia. A goal here for Romania, and they would have 4 points. In all reality, they would be through, but it would leave Belgium bottom of the group heading into the final game. But it's so tight, all options are still possible, as Bansu comes forward now for Romania. Wide to Hadji on the left. Hadji just checking back, he's got support from Stanciu. Now Marin. Stanciu taking over again. Here is Hadji, who has seen plenty of the ball since coming on. Now Stanciu, who scored that spectacular opener against Ukraine, picking out Olaru. Bansu infield towards Stanciu again. And now Marin, 30 yards up, but he lets fly, and it's some way wide in the end. It was optimistic, to say the least.
Yeah, you're not really going to score from there. 30 yards plus against a keeper like Castells. Just keep it going, keep Belgium under pressure. There's no doubt about it, they're on the back foot right now.
Tiat, I think, is suggesting that he has a problem, may have to come off. Well, they brought on Carrasco so they could drop him into the fullback area.
wanted to shore things up by taking off Doku and putting on Carrasco, and they might well go back to left back.
Well, it's Carrasco now, who is the furthest player forward, chasing a long ball, but it's cleared away by Bansu. Up towards Hadji, close to the halfway line. Nice turn from him, away from Castagna. And we have 15 minutes to play in Cologne. Belgium 1, Romania 0 on TalkSport. It's been another really good game. And Romania deserve credit for the way they've come back in the second half.
Absolutely. And these 15 minutes plus injury time are arguably more important for Belgium than they are for Romania. As you say, it stays as it is, all the teams will be on 3 points, then it all goes to the final match day. If Romania are to nick a draw here and finish the night on 4 points, and Belgium's on just the one, the pressure would really start to build.
Now Carrasco on the left-hand side, comes in field. It's been a real scrap for Belgium in the second half. They dominated so much of the first half, played some really good football, but now Castells clears long downfield, gathered by Trossard on the right, spins away from the challenge to find De Bruyne, but Bansu does well to divert the ball out of play, and it's Tiat who is coming off, and Zeno de Bast is coming on, the young central defender, so presumably he will slot in the fullback area, and Carrasco will stay further up the field unless they go to three at the back.
No, I don't think Matonga will want to go out to left back.
Well, we'll see what Tedesco does. Well, De Bast has gone over to the right, and Castagna's gone into the middle.
To the left.
Yes, to the left.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah.
He's standing in the centre of the pitch, but in the left back position, and experience. He's able to handle that left back situation.
Lukaku heads towards the edge of the penalty area, but Dragosan again is able to make the block, and Romania will try and clear. Hadji was being held back by De Bast on the far side, and it will be a free kick for Romania with 13 minutes to play in Group E. Belgium 1, Romania 0 on TalkSport. Yet another early goal, yet another goal from outside the penalty area, but Belgium are in a real scrap now to ensure that they pick up their 3 points like everybody else after 2 games in this group. On the far side, Stanciu finding Hadji. Played long now towards this near side, looking for Man. Belgium all clear, but Ratsu heads it back in field towards Man again. Ratsu coming in field from the right, all the way back to Borka, and in towards Hadji, who turns away from the first challenge. Nicely works the 1-2. Hadji breaks towards the edge of the penalty area, then he slips on the playing surface. He goes down, but there was no hint of a free kick. Once again, this very iffy pitch lets someone down breaking forward. But the early ball into the penalty area, looking for Hadji at the far post. Castagna will not clear, but the flag is up for offside against Hadji.
I mean, it's just not good enough, a pitch like this. Really good play from Romania. Hadji's done a little 1-2, he's running almost into the box, and just as he's trying to do a little step over, he slips over. And people turn around and say it's maybe his studs, but it's not, it's the pitch. Could easily again have extended his knee and hyperextended his knee and been out.
He planted the left foot and it just gave way.
Absolutely.
He also has a fairly sizable rip in his shirt as well. I think the Belgian player was holding on as he went down. It's a free kick for the offside, which Castells will take. Well, the Romanian supporters are right up for this now. They can sense an equalising goal, but here is an opportunity at the other end, and it's Kevin De Bruyne who seals it for Belgium. Route 1 right down the centre. Castells at one end, picking out De Bruyne at the other, and he slid in bravely with the goalkeeper to finish things off and ensure that Belgium join everybody else on 3 points heading into the final night in Group E. Belgium 2, Romania 0.
Well, it was just a long punt from the keeper. Everyone's pushed up. We're not going to play out from the back. don't expect this. The centre-halves have pushed up because Lukaku's dropped off, and that's allowed Kevin De Bruyne to go in behind. But still, he showed, first of all, great athleticism. At this point, 80th minute to get there, he's made so many good runs. And then the strength holding off Ragostein, that's not an easy thing to do. And then the bravery to get there before the keeper. And then the composure just to get it at the end of his toe, get there first. He's followed through and caught the keeper, but it's a brilliant goal from him. It's a simple goal. It's not a goal that's kind of worthy of his game. It's been a great game. You're expecting something to happen, or 1-2s or a top corner strike. Great ball in, good hold-up play. Who cares if you're Belgium? 2-0.
Dennis Alabek now coming on for Romania to replace Dragus. But the game may well have gone. Kevin De Bruyne has now scored in his 4th different major tournament for Belgium. His 28th international goal in an international career now stretching to 14 years, and Belgium lead 2-0. That's Alaru. Spreads it wide to the far side. Hadji for Romania. Hadji looks to deliver a cross, checks back a couple of times, works the 1-2 with Alaru, heads to the byline, but sliding in to make the challenge. Here's De Bast, and it will be a corner kick with 9 minutes to play in Belgium 2-up.
Can they? If they're going to get anything out of this game, you get the feeling they have to score straight away. I'm not sure they quite deserve 2-0. Belgium dominated first half, but Romania done well in the second.
Hadji plays it back towards Stanciu. The cross is very deep, hooked back by Mann, stayed in play, and then it's hammered clear by De Bast on this near side. So although Romania are 2 goals down, they remain top of the group on goals scored. Belgium now move up to second, with Slovakia and Ukraine also on 3 points, 3rd and 4th, but in many ways it's fairly irrelevant because they all start again on Wednesday, although goal difference could end up playing a part, you never know. Carrasco now finding Trossard on the break. Trossard deep into the penalty area, squares it back, looking for Lukaku, but it's defended brilliantly by Borka with a goal-saving challenge.
He's been watching Rabiot from the other night, hasn't he? Wasn't quite in front of goal like that, but it wasn't far off.
He's been watching Ronaldo earlier today.
Oh my goodness, what an opportunity. And again, you've got there, just shoot across goal. So if the keeper can't quite hold it, it comes out to Lukaku, who's running onto it.
Now Ratsu on this near side for Romania, tricks his way into the penalty area, turns himself around, then misses his kick at the crucial moment. 1 foot onto the other, and it bobbles behind for a goal kick.
Gary Lineker said it the other day, didn't he, about the reason why he never sort of passed is that only one thing can go wrong, that he doesn't shoot well. But if you try to pass, then 2 things can go wrong. 1, the pass, and 2, the person you pass to doesn't shoot well. He's in on goal, sort of almost kind of in the line of the 6-yard box, but about 8 yards out. Just shoot across the keeper. Lukaku's coming onto it.
I wonder if Cohen Casteels will be claiming an assist for the second goal. It was his free kick. We talk about some of the beautiful football Belgium play, but that was just hammered down the middle, up and under, and the bravery of De Bruyne.
Ultimately, Nigel, it doesn't matter how you score a goal as long as you score a goal. It's not what they're used to, it's not how they play. You've got that extra option, why not use it at times?
Belgium leading by 2 goals to 0. Lukaku has it now, nods on towards Trossard, who can sprint away into space down the Belgian right-hand side. De Bruyne waits in the centre, but Trossard this time overhits the cross considerably, and it will be a goal kick, but it looks like Belgium have got the victory they needed. They've got Ukraine in the final game, and that won't be easy either. And Romania will play Slovakia, the 2 outsiders in the group.
Both of those might fancy they can get the win there.
Yeah.
Finish on 6 points.
And if they both draw, well, if Belgium and Ukraine draw and they draw, then it's going to go down to head-to-head. But here's an opportunity for Romania as it's clipped towards goal by Alabek, and it's cleared off the line in the end. There was some rather hesitant defending there by Fass. The cross in is then volley cleared by De Bast at the far post. And Now Romania will still try and press with 5 minutes to play. It's clipped high into the penalty area, and Castagna knew that Alanu was somewhere in the vicinity, so heads it behind for a corner.
Well, look, Belgium deserved to win this game. They have been the better side over the whole of the 90 minutes, but I've been really impressed by Romania's second half, showing fantastic resilience against a team where that first half they were completely outplayed. Deserved to have scored, haven't quite done that. Very nearly did there. Yeah.
Dennis Mann will look back on that chance, won't he?
Yes, he will.
Clean through to make it 1-1.
Yes, he will. This could easily be 4-3, couldn't it?
The Belgium looking to push again. Romania's high line exposed. Trossard into the penalty area. Carrasco unmarked, but again it was blocked by Walker, and Carrasco showing his frustration as the cross never arrived.
He just wasn't quite able to get the ball down under control and look up. Carrasco was free. Could have done it early. He'd have been absolutely free and able to take a touch if he'd have wanted to. By the time he took that extra touch to get the ball down, Walker came in and defended very well against Trossard.
Trossard has had the freedom of the right-hand side since coming on, really. Romania have tied and also pushed on looking for the goals themselves. But they will have another day on Wednesday. They will have looked at the opening two games against Ukraine and Belgium, and I'm sure they would have taken 3 points. Although when you win the opening game, it's always a disappointment to lose the second. Maybe get a bit greedy.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Why not be greedy? You win that first game, you think, okay, well, don't lose the second, and we're on 4 points after 2 matches.
Weekend Sports Bar with Adam Cattrall and Jermaine Pennant coming up at the end of this game. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Scotland against Hungary on TalkSport. The build-up with Adrian Durham begins live from Germany at 4 with a special Euro game day drive. Big games all the way through to the end of the group stage coming up on the TalkSport network. Monday night on TalkSport, Croatia against Italy, Spain against Albania will be on TalkSport 2. Then on Tuesday night, it's England in this stadium against Slovenia on TalkSport, with Denmark against Serbia on TalkSport 2. And 2 groups will be decided on Wednesday night, this one and the Portugal group. Portugal now through as group winners.
I'm going to miss the 3 games a day, staggered times. Crazy.
To go back to daytime TV, won't you?
Absolutely. Well, I don't really have time for that, but, sorry, this is my job. I've got to watch it.
Absolutely. Back to Homes Under the Hammer or whatever else is on at that time of day. Now De Bruyne looking to win it back, and he's caught on this near side. It was tenacious play. Razvan Marin was the player who went down, and in the end De Bruyne has been penalised for shirt pulling, or short pulling it was.
Yeah, he did. Good refereeing in that sense. Again, he looks strong, doesn't he? Look powerful. And we talk about the England players and how tired and lethargic they looked the other night. Kevin De Bruyne, the amount of runs he's made, he's going right into the 90th minute as well.
Ratsu coming forward now for Romania. They will make one more change as we head towards the 90th minute. Stanch's ball forward, rebounds off a Belgian into the path of Lukaku, and Lukaku was away now down the right hand side. He's got support in field, but Lukaku goes alone. He is determined to get that goal, but in the end the shot is beaten away by Nietzsche.
It's brilliant forward play though, it really is. First of all, he gets the ball down, he takes the defender on once, Walker, and then he looks up, nothing there, so then he holds him up and he takes him on again. He's still able to create that opportunity. It's a decent strike. The keeper had to make the save. He's played well tonight, Romelu Lukaku.
Ratsu is coming off. He had a great chance. And he sped into the penalty area before the Tongan won it back from him.
It's really good defending, actually. It was a wonderful pass. In fact, his touch and just stretching for it. The Tongans come in. They've all done well, though, haven't they? They've all given it their all.
Sorachu. Dejan Sorachu, who plays in Turkey, learned from Rakov in Poland, will come on for the closing seconds here. But Romania will still have their chance against Slovakia on Wednesday to make the next round. They've only won 2 games now at the European Championships. The other, of course, was in Charleroi against England in the year 2000 when they scored very late with a penalty after England's right-footed left-back Phil Neville had given away a penalty. Let's hope the lack of a left-back, or an authentic left-back, doesn't cost England this time.
Absolutely.
Into a minimum of 4 more minutes as Belgium knock it long again. It will come all the way through to Hadji on the edge of the penalty area. Hadji spins, he's got Dragosan in support, back towards Hadji again, down the Romanian left. He cuts in field. And it's right to the far side, and the cross-in is eventually cleared by Onana. Now Lukaku, and Lukaku showing his strength, brushes aside Hadji, and he's away on the Romanian goal here. Slip forward towards De Bruyne, and I think De Bruyne just halted his run there, maybe thinking Lukaku might shoot, and in the end the challenge comes in from Soricu, and it will be a corner kick.
Yes, he did. He perhaps should have played it a little bit earlier, but still it's great forward play from Lukaku. It really is. The defenders now, they're almost beaten. They're big, strong athletes, and yet they're just dropping off him every time he picks up the ball. Another really good run, lung-busting run from Kevin De Bruyne off the ball. By the time Lukaku played in, he just wasn't going to get there.
In fact, De Bruyne was flagged offside there, so Romania have a free kick. Now Mari, wide to Soricu. Soricu continues his run with the help of Mann on this right-hand side. Mann is encouraged to break into the penalty area, but Castagna gets goal side of him, and Jan Vertonghen just hammers the ball into touch, and he's heading for a clean sheet, the 37-year-old, on his return to the team. Romania try and build with Mann on the right-hand side, jabbed into the area, but it'll be cleared away by De Bast. Dragosan charging forward, they'll chest it down for Romania, and he goes for goal, and it took a deflection off the lunging Mongala and goes behind for a corner kick.
It's good defending, and why not have a pot from 25 yards out when you're just minutes away? He's had a tough time up against Romelu Lukaku, chested the ball down, it's sat up, a pop.
Corner's played short towards Bansu. Hadji's cross, when it eventually arrived, is blocked by Castagna. We have just over a minute and a half of added time to play here on TalkSport. Big night for Scotland tomorrow night, but it's been a big result here for Belgium tonight, pulling themselves back into Group E. It will be the beginning of knockout football in many ways for them against Ukraine on Wednesday.
Absolutely. For some, they can coast through that final game. For others, the knockout starts in the next match.
We know weakened teams or rotated teams in this group. Certainly not for Belgium. It's Lukaku now. Looks to beat Dragosan to the bounce of the ball on the near side, but it's cleared away by Bansu, and it will be a throw-in for Romania. And we are inside the final minute of added time. Belgium have got the job done with goals at either end of the game. Lukaku, of course, having his customary goal disallowed as Nitsa has to deal with another bobble inside the penalty area as he clears downfield.
Pressing of Kevin De Bruyne. We're in the 94th minute. He doesn't need to do that. He just scored the second goal. Belgium have won. Yet he's still pressing the Romanian defence.
Now Lukaku spins and turns on the far side to find De Bruyne. Trossard. Belgium just looking to finish the game with some keep ball. And De Bast goes all the way back to Casteels, who made some important saves when it was only 1-0. And the flag is up for offside against Carrasco on this near side. And that's it. Belgium get their victory, thanks to Yuri Tielemans and Kevin De Bruyne. And Belgium, Romania, Slovakia and Ukraine will head into the final night of Group E, level on points. It is going to be a fascinating occasion. But here tonight it is finished. Belgium 2, Romania 0.